So I'm back from my trip to Florida. We're on the very back tees now at the golf course where I'm a member, the Pines. Trying to break par from the back tees. I think today we're gonna start out with just 9 holes though. And I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I use strategy, maybe decade or something like that. And we'll see how the front 9 goes, and then maybe we'll also record the back 9. First hole here is a par 5. There really isn't any trouble, so we've got plenty of room, more than 65 yards between hazards. So we're just gonna try. Our target's right down the middle. We're basically gonna aim at the flag. Ball was basically dead straight and didn't really cut, so we are pretty much up the left-hand side of the fairway. Good swing. Well, we are still quite a long ways away. We got wind in our face, so we can't get to the green, but Decade would say that you should get as close as possible. So we are going to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side and hit 3-wood. And 3-wood up the right-hand side, should be past the bunker, short wedge in. All right, we got 65 yards to the pin. So even if we round up, we said 70, that'd be 3.5. So take half of 10%, 5% of the number, and that's what you're allowed to aim left of. That pin is less than 4 yards, is more than 4 yards from the edge of the green. So that means we can aim right at it. That was just a poor swing or a poor number, but we came up short. I just don't think we took the wind into account. Got an easy little pitch here, straight up the hill. Try to get it close. Good little chip, hit it to tap in. So we left ourselves an easy little tap in here. We hit it to a foot, we'll just tap it in. Easy Once par. Again here, the only plenty wide, plenty of width, so you'd hit driver here. No bunkers or anything in the way. The only issue really is the trees up the left. So we're just gonna, once again, aim, point is kind of right down the right-hand side of the fairway. I play a little cut, so we're gonna start it at the edge of the trees and fade it back. Once again, it didn't fade very much, but because we had a good target, even though it went straight, we're in a great spot. We're 120 to a back pin. Under normal circumstances, if the pin were in the front, we'd take an extra club. But since it's in the back, we don't really care if it lands in the middle of the green. So once again, 120, that's 6 yards from the edge. The pin is less than 6 yards. I mean, it's more than 6 yards from the edge of the green to the left and the right. So we can aim at the pin. Got a lot of spin on that. It landed maybe just a few yards short, but then it spun back pretty good. I think we're gonna have about a 25-footer. 31 feet here. From this distance, highly unlikely that you'd make it. All you're gonna do is focus on good speed, give yourself a tap in, take your par and walk away. If it goes in, bonus. Good speed, about a foot short. Tap it in. Bar and move on. We have no bunkers or anything in play, so drivers to play. There is a little more room to the left than the right, so we're gonna make the center of our pattern just slightly left of the center of the fairway. All right, so that one finally cut a little bit, but we basically hit it right where our target was, right down the middle of the fairway. We're about 150 from the pin, but where it got wind in our face and the pin's in the front, so more club is a good idea. So we're actually gonna play at like 160. If you look at that, if you're thinking about 160 yards, then that means 8 yards from the edge, and that pin is slightly to the right. I think I'm gonna aim just a little bit left of the pin because I think that's the aim point for 8 yards. So we'll be just maybe 1 yard left of that pin. pulled that shot pretty bad, so we actually missed the green to the left, but we have a lot of green to work with and we're not short-sighted, so I think we can get up and down. All right, we're about hole high left and we hit a good shot. We just pulled it a little bit, but we left ourselves a very easy pitch. We're just gonna hit kind of a standard back foot, little punch and run sand wedge and hit it to the hole. Just checked a little more than I thought it would, but we got about a 3-footer. Got us a 3-footer. Left edge putt. Good pars. Long par 4. No real trouble though, wide fairway. So we're just gonna keep our end point right in the middle and we're gonna go, aim point is kind of straight at the flag in the distance. So started a little left, player cut right back to the center. Perfect little cut, just right of center, right at where we were aiming, a little right of the flag. Perfect.
So something weird happened with the audio here. We were 200 out and we hit a 5-iron. And because the pin was in the middle, we were able to aim right at the center. Unfortunately, we just hit kind of a bad pull here, and we hit it pin high, left of the green.
We're hole high left again, we just pulled it off the green. This is the hardest hole in the golf course though, so I'm not completely upset with that. We just got a little case of the pulls with the irons, that's okay. So once again, we're just gonna try to hit another good pitch shot. If we can get up and down, great. If we can't, there's nothing wrong with a bogey on. Just don't do anything stupid. Just a little bit too hard. You're gonna have an 8 to 10 footer coming back. Like I said, we just hit it about 10 feet past. So got a good line on it. Just hit it with good speed. If it goes in, great. If not, tap in both. Missed it a little low. It's okay. Bogey. Stay patient. All right, so the 2 toughest holes in this golf course probably come back to back. So this is a 220-yard par 3, pins in the back. So it's actually playing about 230. We're still just gonna try to hit it in the middle of the green though. We're gonna hit hybrid, and the pin once again is right in the middle. We're just trying to hit the center of the green here. That was a great shot. Right in the middle of the green, hole high, just a tiny bit left. So we hit a great shot in here, just inside of 20 feet. That's probably above tour average from 220. And just make a good putt, hit good speed. That bounced right off the bat, came up short. Oh well, easy par. This green's bumpier than the others. Nothing wrong with the par on that. So once again, we got a nice wide fairway. No real trouble. Just straight at the pin is the line. So we're gonna start it a little bit left, play our fade. It's another good one. Right down the right-hand side of the fairway. All right, we're about 150 yards. Pins in the front, so we're just gonna play a little bit more. Try to hit like a 155-yard shot. And the pin actually is still pretty much in the center of that green. So once again, we can go at the pin. Just decided to play our little draw there. We're fine. Maybe a little long, but on the green. Good shot in there. Got about 27 feet down the hill. Just hitting good speed. much short. Another good easy par. So I don't feel comfortable drawing my driver, and if I hit a straight shot and I fade it even a little bit with my normal shot, I can hit it over there in the trees and be in trouble. So we're just gonna play smart. We're gonna hit 3-wood. It can't get through the fairway. Even that one we might have pushed just out the edge of the fairway, but it's safe. We're about 165 yards, but we got a little bit of tree trouble. So we're gonna play kind of a low, punchy 5-iron and just try to hit it up close to the front edge of the green. If it gets on, great. If not, we're fine and we can try to get up and down. Just don't compound any mistakes. Was exactly what we wanted to do. Just right on the left side of the green. All right, we hit it up here hole high, just off the green to the left. See if we can hit a nice little chip out of this dormant Bermuda. Try to get up and down, but once again, make sure we get on the green. Don't do anything stupid. Came up just a little bit short. 3-footer. Keep staying patient, keep making pars. Have about 170 yards with a 6-iron. Pin's in the back, so we'll play just short of it, and we can go right at it again because the pin is basically in the center, but we're gonna play a little short of it. Ooh. Went just a little bit long, a little bit left. We're okay though. So we kind of left ourselves here, just kind of a standard chip, a little long left with a pull, and we'll do our best to get it up and down. Wow, that thing really squirted right. Okay, we left ourselves about a 4-footer up the hill. See if we can make it. Ninth hole, par 5. Just kind of started at the tree there on the left-hand corner, faded back to the center. The aim is just pretty much right down the center because there isn't any trouble. Want to play our little cut just up the right-hand side of center so we can get around the corner. Okay, we just went out of the fairway on the right. That's okay because this angle from the right-hand side is so much better. Really long par 5, plays almost 600 yards. No way we're getting home in 2, but we still want to get as close as possible. So we're gonna hit 3-wood, play it right up the gut. Here to go to the right. Well played, up the right-hand side. Well, this is a seriously long hole. Hit a good drive and a good 3-wood. We still got about 140 yards in. We're gonna go 9-iron, and we'll play just a little left of the pin for the wind. Really, the decade number shouldn't matter because we're such a short distance, 7 yards. So we can pretty much aim at the pin, but with the wind, we'll go a little left of it. Right on it. Just a tiny bit left of it. Came up a little short, but once again we left ourselves just a standard little easy chip. Just gonna try to bump a sand wedge. Hopefully we knock it in. Got a little tap in. So yesterday we played the back 9 and we were using our decade tactics to try to do the best we could from the back tees, and we're going to talk about that some. Today we are going to keep doing that, and we're going to play the front 9, and hopefully we can put them together and finish with a solid 18-hole score, maybe even break par for that last goal of breaking par from every tee box. We're here on what is normally the front 9 at the Pines Golf Course. And we're gonna keep using Decade, keep doing our best. And there's more birdie opportunities out here. So we're currently 1 over. See if we can make a couple birdies and accomplish our goal and shoot under par. All right, hole number 1, par 4. It's a short one, slight dogleg right. The green is just around the corner. A little cold this morning though, and the fairway's still decently wide. So we ought to be able to aim up the left side and play our cut and just get ourselves a real short wedge in there. Aim point is kind of just between those 2 mounds that you see in the distance. That's where we'd like it to finish. Towed it a little so it went dead straight, right where we were aiming. Thank goodness for modern drivers. All right, we're 70 yards, but we're just a tiny bit uphill and the wind is in our face. Pin's right in the middle, so with Decade we know we can go straight at it. We're gonna play it more like 75 yards, which is kind of a perfect little 9 o'clock lob wedge for me. We pushed it a little, but the distance was pretty good. We'll have a putt at it. All right, we got about 20 feet here. We're slightly downhill, but the greens, as you can see, are wet. We just need to concentrate on good speed. Leave it right by the hole. If it goes in, it goes in. I was right. The greens are really wet. I hit that very hard. I still didn't quite get there, but it was a great putt. We're close. Easy tap in. Hole number 2, par 4. It's definitely longer from these back tees. Bunker on the left is in play, but bunker on the right we shouldn't be able to get to. So we're gonna make sure that we avoid the bunker on the left, play out to the right, kind of start it just right of the green, fade it towards the bunker on the right. Cut it maybe just a hair more than we wanted, straight at the right bunker, right side of the right bunker. May just barely be in the rough, but that's why you aim where you aim. We are about 200 yards here. We were smart. The good aim paid off, even though we overcut it. We're still in the right edge of the fairway, and we didn't get to the bunker on the right, but we definitely would have gotten in the bunker on the left. So this one, there's a bunker over there on the left. I'm gonna play just to shade more for that 200 yards, so 10 yards out. Really can pretty much go at the pin, but I wanna add a couple more because I don't wanna be in that bunker on the left. So we're pretty much gonna aim right at the pin, but with our fade, we're trying to play with everything. Might finish just to the right of it. Air up there is heavy. We might be just a little short with an easy pitch. I think we need 1 more club. All right, that pin is way back there. Definitely should have hit an extra club, but we're still in a good spot. You can hit a little bump and run pitching wedge, and if it gets close to the hole, great, but just don't do anything stupid and give yourself a putt at par. I think we're just a little bit short. We'll have a good putt at it. Well, this is unfortunate. The greens are really slow with all this dew. I actually thought I hit it a little bit too hard, but I'm still like 7 foot short. So fortunately, you can see how the ball is breaking. But once again, all we're gonna do is try to hit it the right speed, pick a good line. If it goes in, it goes in. Stay patient. Just a little bit firm. It's okay. No problem. Hopefully we can get it back. If not, that's okay. All right, from this tee box, still decent length par 4, which shouldn't be a problem. We can, if we don't hit a good drive, we can't clear the bunker on the left. Hole kind of dog legs around to the right, but those trees on the right, just a little bit, aren't really trouble. So what we're gonna do is play our final ending spot is kind of straight down the middle between the trees and the bunker, but we're gonna play just slightly right of the bunker and let our fade bring it back, and if we hit it straight, it's fine too. Didn't cut because we caught it a little bit off the toe, but it should still be fine, just right of the bunker. We have 160 yards. The pin is a little bit short, but we're gonna make sure that we hit it slightly long of the pin, so we're gonna play 5 extra, just in case. And as long as we're long of the pin, we can go straight at it, because that will avoid that bunker on the right. We actually hit that just a little bit heavy, but I think we got right up on the front edge of the green, so it's fine. So fortunately, because of good targeting, we actually are off the green, but we're so close that I'm just gonna putt this. It's gonna go a little bit to the left. More meat than we wanted, but still a good par. Shorter par 5, even from these back tees, if we hit a good one, it's reachable. There's a bunker up there on the right, but with a good drive, we can clear it. So we're gonna keep playing. Basically, our aim point is that tree that with the orange, with the thick trunk right in front of us. So we're gonna start the ball just left of that, with our finishing point being that tree. We pushed it just a little bit, but it's quite acceptable in our shot pattern. That's actually gonna end up perfect, just left and over that bunker on the right. It is wet out here, so unfortunately, even though we hit a good drive, we still got 260. We're gonna play this smart. We're gonna get as close to the green as possible, but there's water that cuts in there on the left. So we're actually gonna have our aim point be the right edge of the green. That way, even if we pull it a little, we won't go in the water. And if we play our normal shot, we'll have just a pitch with a good shot, with a good chance for birdie and do no worse than par. So we did exactly what we said. We actually pulled that a little bit, but we didn't hit in the water. And now we're literally like right in front of the green, chipping straight up towards the hole. So as you can see here, I pulled it about as far left as I possibly could out of my shot pattern, and I still missed the water by about 8 yards, even with a horrible shot. That's why you aim and use the system. Got about 50 yards to a tight pin. We can go straight at it, and we're gonna hit X wedge. Wow, that ball got a surprisingly hard kick. Thought it was in the hole, but it took a real firm first big hop. Maybe the wet ground got it. All right, that ball actually landed about a yard short of the hole. All I can think is that because it was wet, it had no spin, because it ended up about 15 foot beyond the hole. Didn't spin, but it was still a good shot, and we're gonna be thankful. Got about a 15-footer down the hill for birdie. Just hit it with good speed. It goes in great. If it doesn't, tap it. Oh, right over the lip. Really good speed. Nothing dumb. Not bad. So one of the hardest things about the black tees out here is actually that the par 3s are monstrous. This one, for instance, that pin is 230 yards. We're gonna hit hybrid. So basically you've got like a 12-yard decade target, and there's water over there too, so I'm gonna add another 3. So I'm actually gonna play safe, and we're actually gonna hit it kind of at the left side of that bunker where you see that tall tree standing up on the left side of the bunker, just to be extra safe, make sure we don't hit it in the water. That was just a really bad swing. We went way right. We're right of the green. So we hit this well right of target. We actually have about a 50-yard shot. We can go straight at it, but we're just not gonna do anything stupid. There's water long, so we'll err on the short side. We'll try to think like 45 yards. Yeah, we left it short. We'll have a chance though. Should have definitely been more aggressive. Still got a 30-footer. Just try to get it close to the hole, no doubles. Par 5, back tees, it's kind of medium length. Can't get to the bunkers out there, so the finishing spot is actually that center bunker out there. So we're gonna aim just left of that bunker and fade it back. It's a little toe ball, turned out perfect. A little bit left to target, but it's fine. Unfortunately, even with a near perfect drive, up the left-hand side, we still have 250 yards to this pin. Be an absolutely perfect 3-wood. So the good news is, really the front left bunker is not a problem. And the pin's right in the middle, so we can go straight at this. Maybe err a little bit to the right. Hit a good shot, get up near the green, see what we can do. Hit that really good with a baby fade. We should be just short and right of the green. So like we said, we're just short and right of the green. We're gonna hit a sand wedge and bump it into the hill. Try to get it as close as we can. Give ourselves a putt. Pretty good shot, just a hair short. Got a little 3-footer, let's knock it in. Got it, birdie. From these back tees, this is a pretty long par 4. Right down the middle of the fairway is the target. So we're gonna try to start it just left of this tree, top of this tree, cut it back right at the flag. Little push cut, but it's fine. It should be in the right-hand side of the fairway or just barely in the right rough. All right, we have 180 yards. Play maybe just slightly uphill. We are going to hit full 6 because short is better than long. And if we do decade correctly, we're gonna go a little bit left of target because that's close to the right-hand side of the green. So we're gonna play it slightly left of target. Hold it a little, but we're right in the center of the green. Safe, easy 2-putt par. Probably about 30 feet. All right, we've got probably 40 feet. It's gonna break a little bit left at the beginning, come back a little right at the end. Just so wet. Easy 4. Another long par 3, the pin's in the back, so this one also is 225 yards. We're gonna just keep playing smart. Play my little fade off the left bunker. If it comes up a little short, that's fine. It's safe. Play right to the middle of the green. Ball didn't really cut. It's in the left bunker. Not bad. Well, that bunker, as you can see slightly to the left, is underwater. So we're gonna treat it like ground under repair. And we took a drop no closer to the hole over here in the rough. We're gonna try to hit a good pitch close to the hole. Give ourselves a good putt at par, just hit it the right distance. Really great pitch to tap in. So as you can see, we knocked it to 6 inches, tap in. So this last hole is actually a great explanation of decade strategy. There is water all up the right-hand side. Pros actually have a dispersion pattern with their driver of 70 yards, which basically means the center of your shot pattern, you need to make your target 35 yards left, your finishing target 35 yards left of that water. So in order to do that, I actually am starting it at the orange tree that you see outside the fairway and trying to baby cut it back to like the very left edge of the fairway. I'm actually aiming in the rough on purpose to make sure that I do not hit it in the water, no matter how bad I hit it. And then I pulled that on top of it, but it's okay. Even though I'm in the rough over there, maybe even in the trees, I'm not in the water, and that's a safe start play. So here I am, left about 170 yards away, but I am not in the water, and I have a decent chance at still making par and probably no worse than bogey. This one, we want to just aim a little bit long. So we're going to play a longer club. We're going to hit a good one. Thin to win, right at it. All right, we hit a good shot in here, which left us a quality putt. See if we can finish it with a birdie. Hit it with good speed. So short, bouncy. Easy par though. So there you had it. We used Decade to turn a very mediocre round into actually a good round. By staying patient, even though we made some more bogeys in there. If you think about it right now, my handicap is 0.7, which is basically a 1. And the stroke index from the back tees here, I think is 73.2 or 73.3. So that means that basically I played exactly to my handicap, which is a better than average round. By using Decade, playing smart, we ended up shooting 2 over today. That's a pretty good number. Just playing smart. We'll talk about this a little more in a deep dive when we post this video.